Alright, so I know I mentioned in my other video that I was supposed to be getting my tools today, but I forgot I ordered this package, and the tools are coming from another company, so this isn't going to be the video of the tools, but I went ahead and just burned out my address and all that. So this is coming from Pyro Creations, and I wanted to try a new type of pyrotechnic. It's not really a firework, but I'm gonna go over it and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about in a minute. This is interesting. So I've never done this before, and that's kind of why I bought it. I want to try it out. This is some interesting foil paper type. I don't know if I can use it for anything, but all right, let's see what I got. So on their website, it was only $7.99 for 15 feet of this safety fuse. It's supposed to be visco fuse, so I'm hoping it burns the same, because I paid the same price for the 15 feet versus the 20 feet, and the packaging online said visco fuse. This one says safety fuse, which it showed online that the safety fuse had a slower burn rate, which is not what I wanted. But this one was supposed to come in sections, and I'm going to have to email them back because it was supposed to be in, what was it, 3 5-foot sections or something like that. This one doesn't seem to be that, and because I'm paying the same price for less fuse, that's not what I ordered, so I'm gonna have to email them back. So there's that. Next, I went ahead and ordered some more of these Magnum Flashers by Black Cat. I still like buying these. I know I've mentioned before in my other videos that I actually make these, which I do, but I actually like the packaging. It just brings me back to when I was a kid and I used to buy these packages at the fireworks store. I used to enjoy lighting these back when I was a kid. So that's kind of what I get them for, like the nostalgic feel, but I also like the way they perform. They work pretty good, a lot better than the cheap fireworks stuff that you kind of find around here. I know a lot of the stores that you guys might be going to are a actual name brand, but one of the stores that I used to go to, it's like Mr. W. Those, they don't actually sell name brand fireworks, and those fireworks are just named from their like I guess what you would call a house brand. And I don't like their house brand because there's names in there that you've never heard of. Like when people mention fireworks, they know, what was it? I'm already drawing a blank, like World Class, Bada Boom Fireworks, Shogun, stuff like that. Well, when I mentioned those names like Alamo Fireworks and Mr. W, a lot of people don't know that because that's more of a house brand. So, and generally with those house brands, because they're so cheap, they don't actually perform very well, which is why I don't like buying their flashers, but I like getting Black Cat because people know the name Black Cat. So I went ahead and bought a little box of this, I think it's 72 smoke balls. And I do enjoy lighting these little guys. They're clay. So what I could do is after I'm done with them, I can drill it out and then repack it with some color. And that's because I can make my own colors. I'll go ahead and do that. But these boxes, this box here is only $7.99 for 72 pieces, which is pretty good. Because if you try to buy the smoke color by itself, that's $30 alone for just the dye. So this kind of saves a little bit of money, and I don't have to keep making so much colored smoke. But here's what I wanted to talk about. So it's not necessarily a firework, but it's a sky lantern. And I've never actually used one of these before, but the interesting thing that I saw about this is that they actually fly up very high and they keep burning until the fire burns out, and then it's also biodegradable, so I'm not worried about it, you know, landing in dirt somewhere and staying there as a bag. It'll actually end up biodegrading itself. But it's also fire retardant paper, so whenever the lantern lights, it won't burn the lantern as on its way up. What I wanted to do with this guy was I wanted to allow it to fly up as high as it'll go, and I'll take my drone and see if I can follow it and see how high it actually goes before it actually burns out. It says here not to do it near like dry standing crops and stuff, trees. So I'm gonna try to find a spot where I can do that, and then on a day when it's not too windy. Now my drone can handle wind up to like 20 miles an hour winds. It's meant to be flown like over the ocean and stuff, but this guy here would definitely not sustain in those types of winds. And for these, I'm gonna go over the instructions on how to actually get it to fly before, what would you call it? Before, you know, going outside and trying to prep this guy. There's a prep that you got to do for these. I know it seems pretty standard to just light it and let it go, but you have to pre-fill these with a torch to kind of get that heat inside of the bag, and that'll allow it to float so it doesn't just keep falling over and start to burn. So anyways, that's it for this video. Definitely stay tuned for my next video, which should be the tooling, hopefully. I still do have a little bit of testing that I want to do on these little rockets and stuff, so we'll try those out. I still have this guy here. I haven't lit it yet, but I will. And then my sugar rocket, I still have that, and I'll be lighting that at some point too. But I do enjoy stuff like this, little assorted smoke balls. Now, they did have a bigger box on the website that you can buy a case of these for like $80, or you can buy the smoke sticks, which are very nice, and those last about 40 minutes. I have one pack left of the Sky Bacon. It was 4 different colors for $3.49. I was gonna buy like 10 packs of those, but then I ended up going online. They were sold out, so I couldn't get them. They also offer the smoke sticks that come, and it's 2 colors for $55 or something like that, and you get 60 sticks. Or you can buy them individually for $1.25, and then, you know, there's bulk discounts and stuff. But those smoke sticks are pretty nice. They're not full all the way, but they're, you know, pretty good size standard smoke stick, kind of like your Mammoth Smoke, something like that. They're about that size. So that's pretty much it for now. I'm gonna probably buy a couple more items and do a little bit of testing on this. I mean, I don't think anybody really wants to see me light some smoke balls because we all know what it does, but I can do a small video and see the performance, how long each ball lasts, stuff like that. I do want to do a burn test on this fuse. The last amount of fuse I bought was 50 feet, and it was a red Visco fuse, or actually, I'm sorry, it was Canon fuse. And that fuse was very slow, and it is exactly the same as this red fuse. It has a very thick lacquer on the outside of it, and these burn slower. So most times than not, I use these to try to burn them off and get rid of them, because I have another 200 sticks inside in my bag, and I'm trying to burn these out. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like the fuse. Along with the fuse shortage that's going on right now, it's good to have fuse, so that's why I do like buying it here and there when I can. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just stay tuned for the next videos. Thanks for watching.